Welcome to another video from Mastery Tutoring. We are here to bridge the gap. Today we're going to be talking about multiplication. So suppose you get a question like this, 1 times 2. The answer is going to be 2 here. If you get another one, suppose you get 3 times 4, you know that this is going to be 12. I mean, like even if I were to ask you to put this number in a calculator and give me the answer, this is simple and straightforward. But then now what happens when I give you a number? Suppose I give you negative 3 times 2. Now many students that I've worked with, they find it very difficult, or they end up making mistakes. Even if to punch this number on a calculator, it becomes a problem. This is what I want us to talk about today. So before we talk about how to multiply this out, I want us to look at the signs when you multiply, because it's very important that you understand what to do with the signs when you multiply 2 numbers or 3 numbers or whatever number of numbers that you have. So here are the rules that you need to keep in mind every time. So when you multiply a positive number times a positive number, so I'm only going to use signs here. When you multiply a positive number and a positive number, you must always keep in mind that the answer is going to be positive. And when you multiply a negative number with a negative number, the answer still is going to be positive. So maybe we can make a summary that if the signs are the same, when you multiply 2 numbers that have the same signs, the answer is going to be positive. So as you can see here, we have a positive and a positive, so these signs are the same, therefore the answer is positive. Here we have a negative and a negative, the signs are the same, therefore the answer is going to be positive. But then now what happens when the signs are not the same? Let me show you what to do. Suppose I give you a plus, a positive number that is being multiplied with a negative number. The answer for this one is going to be negative. So whenever you multiply 2 numbers that have opposite signs, you get a negative. Or maybe if you like it, we can put it this way: negative times a positive. This is going to be a negative. So when the signs are opposite sign, you get a negative. So opposite signs, you get a negative. I'm going to write it this way. And then here, same signs, positive. So please make sure that you understand this. Keep it in mind that when the signs are the same, you get a positive. When the signs are opposite, so when you have a positive and a negative, or a negative and a positive, you're always going to get your answer to be negative. Now coming back to this question that we have here, now we're going to solve it. But then now what I want us to do here first is to work out the signs. So we know that we are multiplying a negative number here and a positive number. So take it this way. This is a negative number. So we're going to say negative times, this is a positive number, so it's going to be positive like this. And then now we know that the answer, when you multiply a negative and a positive, these are opposite signs. Therefore, the answer is going to be negative. Therefore, we're going to say minus. The answer here is going to be minus. Now, after working out the signs, we now look at the numbers. So a 3 times 2, we get 6. Therefore, the answer is going to be negative 6. So when you multiply negative 3 times 2, you get a negative 6. Let's look at another one. Suppose we have 3 times negative 4. So you do the same thing here, right? You first look at the signs. So here we have a negative, the 3 is negative, and then it's multiplied by a negative 4. So we work out the sign, negative times negative. We know that these signs are the same. So what did I say about the same signs? Same signs, the answer is positive. Even if you check here, we have a negative and a negative, the answer is positive. Therefore, we know that our answer here is going to be positive. And then now we work out the numbers now. 3 times 4. So work out the numbers without the sign. So 3 times 4, we know that this is 12. So this is positive, and then this is going to be 12. And then the final answer here is going to be 12. Always make sure that you apply these rules. These are not difficult. Make sure that you know them by heart. You can remember them at any time. Okay, thank you for watching and have a lovely day. Goodbye.